everyone, this is Lorraine. So today I'm going to go over the products that I've been using currently. Someone so kindly named this product series for me, the current products, and I think it's perfect, so I'm going to continue to go with that. I asked on Facebook, I'm like, what should I name this? And they came up with that, and it was really good. So I'm just going to get into it. I'm also going to answer some questions from last week's video and talk about some products that people requested me to use. So first product that I use, the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I love this foundation. You've probably heard of me talk about it before because it's one of my all-time favorite foundations. I am the color Sante in it, which is medium 2 is what they call it. What I like about this foundation, it has a really nice buildable coverage. It's lightweight, and you can use such a little bit and it goes on really smooth and really nicely. It blends really beautifully into the skin. Or if you have like a little bit more discoloration in your skin, you can keep building and adding more, and it just is a really beautiful foundation. You start with a little bit and you keep building up until you have your desired amount. I love it. It leaves your skin with a really pretty glow, which it's called sheer glow, so why wouldn't it? The only downfall for me is you have to wear a little bit of powder with it, which isn't a big deal. I just have to use a little bit of powder, you know. I have really oily skin, so you'd think that I would like their, they have a foundation like this, but it's called something matte. It's like sheer matte. I hate that one. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. This one I love. For me, someone with oily skin, you'd think that I'd want to wear a foundation that mattified my skin considerably, but I just don't want my face to look greasy. I don't want to change what my skin is. My skin's meant to be oily, so I want it to have that kind of glow. I just don't want it to look greasy. So this keeps my skin with that pretty glow without looking greasy. Just have to use a little bit of powder. I love it. So the question that I got after they asked how I liked this one in comparison to the foundation I mentioned last week, the Dior Forever. Both of them have a nice coverage. The Forever, you could definitely, if you have maybe you have blemishes or something, or you want heavier coverage, the Forever is definitely a better foundation. It also, for me, doesn't require a powder, which is nice. I will sometimes wear a powder with it, but it really doesn't require a powder. I love everything about this foundation, except for the fact that when filming, it isn't the best foundation to wear because it's unpredictable. I don't know what it is about the foundation, but some of my videos, my skin will look completely normal, and then some of it like will look like a little bit off. It doesn't look right. Like in last week's video when I'm talking about the products I'm using, my skin looked more orange, where it actually looks more like how it looks in this video. Even when I show these two foundations, this one has a lot darker cast than this one, and they're pretty similar in color. So it just is a weird foundation. Like if I were to be getting married or something, I wouldn't wear this one because I'd be terrified that it would give me a different color face than I'm actually seeing when I'm looking in the mirror. For filming, it just doesn't work out very well, but for every day when you're just kind of going about town and everything, it's a really nice foundation. I don't know what it is about this though, but like even if you watch my Forever 21 haul or something that I did recently, when I pick up certain shirts, the foundation would make my skin look different colors. And I even mentioned in that video, I'm like, it's making my skin look orange, but it's just the way that this foundation picks up in the camera. I don't know if it's like my actual camera that's doing it. I don't think it's the lighting because I get all natural light, so I try to film during certain points of the day when, you know, it's not, the sun isn't beaming in, but I don't know. So I like both of them. If you're looking for fuller coverage, this one's great. If you're looking for just a nice lightweight coverage, this one's great, but they're both buildable. But this one doesn't require powder. This one would require a powder. So it's like this, it's like they're probably going to be about the same in the end result, if that makes sense. So that's that. Next, I'm going to talk about concealer. I had just recently gotten this one, which is the Clos de Pois. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to guess that's how it's pronounced. Concealer in the color beige. I had been like, I had this in my shopping cart for the longest time on Nordstrom's website. I just had it in my shopping cart, like in my saved items, and I couldn't bring myself to spend $70 on a concealer. Finally, one day, I'm just like, I really want to try it. I've read great things about it. People seem to rave about this concealer. It just seems so great. So I ended up purchasing it. I really love it. I really, really do. But I still don't know if it's worth $70 or not, because I feel like it compares a lot to the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, which is one of my holy grail concealers. Kind of, let me show you. This one I don't use under my eyes. It's more of a on the face one. This one's I bought for the eyes. So the colors are going to be like completely different. But let's just show you. That's that. It's a heavier concealer, so if you're trying to cover up things, it's pretty nice. And then the MAC one, you can't really see it. My skin's not making it show up. But they're really, really similar consistency-wise. The Clos de Pois maybe sinks into your skin and blends into your skin a little bit nicer, but not like $50 nicer. I don't know. I still, like, if I like this one, and I'm going to continue to use it because it was expensive, and I'm going to go through the whole thing, but I think that this might be, it's the same basically, and it's so much less expensive. Does this one have SPF? Because the MAC one does. I don't think it does. I don't know. I think they're so similar that this would be like my go-to buy over this one. This one's like a nice little treat to have, but I don't know, it's concealer. I don't know. There's certain things I don't mind spending money on, but concealer is something, it just doesn't seem as good to spend so much money on it. I think the MAC one is great, so I like the MAC one. I'm going to stick with the MAC one, but the Clos de Pois one, I'm going to keep using it. Maybe one day I'll have like a revelation where I'm like, this is why it's so much better and this is why it costs like $50 more. But until then, I'll keep you updated. As far as, since I was using the Sheer Glow, I did need a little bit of powder. So I have been using this Laura Mercier, which is a mineral powder, and it's in the color Natural Beige. Usually with mineral powder, you don't necessarily need to use another foundation underneath, but I was just using a little bit. I just put a little bit in the lid. This is the color of it. I put a little bit in the lid, and then I just kind of wipe it so ever lightly over like my T-zone. And I really like it. It actually went pretty well. Like, it was a nice combination with this because mineral foundations will give you a little bit of glow. If you're looking for a good mineral foundation, this is actually probably one of my favorite mineral foundations out on the market, just because, like, with the Bare Minerals, I love Bare Minerals because Bare Minerals actually is like a miracle skincare thing for me. Like, if my skin's breaking out really bad, I go and use Bare Minerals for a couple days and my skin seems to clear up really nicely. I don't know what it is about it, but the mineral foundation really makes my skin clear up. I know some people it actually makes them break out, but for me it actually makes my skin clear up, which is pretty nice. But consistency wise and how it looks, the Laura Mercier just has more of a, like, a flawless, beautiful coverage. So I really like the Laura Mercier foundation. Or powder, or mineral. I don't like their actual foundations though. I like her mineral powders, but I've never found one of her foundations, like liquid foundations, that I've liked. I've hated them all. So I don't know. You just kind of test out different companies and see what you like. Next product I'm going to talk about is the Chanel Bronze Universal. I had someone request me talk about this. It's called a Sun Illuminator. Let's see if I can kind of wipe off my hand. Maybe I'll use this hand since that one looks a lot darker now. It looks basically, it's like concealer consistency. It's great. It's got something on it. It's great for someone that wants, doesn't want a powder. It's great for someone that has a drier skin because it kind of is a little bit more moisturizing than a bronzing powder. It has a really nice color to it, but I feel like it's kind of a limited product where if you are a little bit darker, it's not necessarily going to work for you. It's got a nice buildable coverage. Let me see if I can, it's so much easier to put on my other hand. Okay. I like to use my fingers with this stuff. So it looks, see that? It looks kind of muddy. So if you, what I do is I tap it on my cheeks and then I kind of blend it in with my fingers. And I keep going until I reach like the color amount that I really want. Let's just go like that. So it has a really nice color to it. It's kind of more of a warm orangey coloring. So it just depends on your skin tone if that'll work for you or not. I don't even know if this is what do they even make this anymore? Like mine is so old. I actually made a video on this a long time ago. Mine is just so old. So it's probably, it still comes out exactly the same as it used to. But it's probably not good. It's probably actually expired and stuff, but oh well. It still has the nice peachy scent, which is nice. But see that? Now if I were to keep adding it and I had a darker skin, it's just gonna start to look pretty muddy. You can get it to look darker and darker. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And you can keep getting it to look darker. You just keep adding more. But if you're fairly dark, it's not going to necessarily work very well for you. But it just is like a smooth, like flawless kind of coverage. And it smells so pleasant. I really do like it. It just, I don't know. I, for some reason, kind of like powders better because I a lot of times need a powder just because my skin's so oily. But I actually, with this one, sometimes I put on this foundation on top of it. This bronzer on top of it is what I've been doing this week. Just a little bit of the bronzer by Dolce & Gabbana, and it's in the color Natural 10. And it looks pretty comparable. So it worked out pretty nicely where you actually can't see it on top of it. But it kind of made it stay. I can't tell you if it makes my skin break out. I feel like it used to make my skin kind of break out. I'm not 100% sure if it did or not, but my skin has been really good since I've been pregnant, so nothing's making my skin break out. But I don't know if you have any other questions about that. I know I'm like kind of rambling. I feel like I'm just a rambling queen today. And in addition to these products, another product I've been using that I mentioned last week, I'm still using this MAC Amber Glow Mineralize blush. MAC's products make my skin break out like crazy, like anything. But I'm taking advantage right now, and this is just the nice highlighter color, and it looks so pretty on. It just gives that really pretty glow. I don't know if you can see it or not. I just keep rubbing it in. It's so pretty though. It's so pretty. I love it. I feel like I have so much makeup on my hands right now. You can see how dark that got. That's pretty good. So those are those products. Those are face products. Then let's talk about eye products. This week I've been using the Chanel Eyeshadow Quad in number 38 Premier Regard. And I like it. I like it. Chanel's eyeshadows are pretty great. I can't say anything bad about their eyeshadows. But when I actually was using this one, the first couple times I used it, the colors are okay. They're not like the greatest colors. So I like it. But for me, I just felt the colors were kind of like blah. Like, I don't think they do anything really great for me. I don't think they like really enhance or anything. I don't think you can go wrong with Chanel eyeshadows, but this colorway is just okay. It's just okay. For some reason when I saw it in the store, I thought, wow, that's a really great one. And then when I've been using it, I don't feel so good about it. Like, I think it's pretty and everything, but I just don't feel as good about it. Like, I would never repurchase this, and I don't know, it's okay. Color combination just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Still using my Lancome Artliner, which is the best liquid eyeliner in the entire world. So I don't think I need to mention that anymore. I changed up my mascara this week for you all. It's the Diorshow Iconic. This is a great mascara if you have lovely lashes to begin with, where you don't really need to, add anything to them. You just have really pretty eyelashes. For me, it just doesn't really do anything. For me, this will be a good mascara to wear underneath the on the bottom lashes mainly, because the bottom lashes, I don't want them to get thicker. I don't want them to get longer. I just want them to like stand out a little bit more. So this is a great mascara for the bottom lashes. If I had really beautiful long top lashes, I'd wear this one on the top, or I am wearing it on the top, but I'd think it was great mascara. But I don't have the greatest lashes. I want them to be longer. I want them to be thicker. So it's okay, but if you have perfect eyelashes to begin with, this is great. If you don't, it's just a regular mascara. And then the last products I'm going to talk about, I have still been using this. This is what I use basically every day, is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment. Pretty awesome stuff. It's just really nice. I really, really like it. On top of it, I have been using a little bit of color. Not much though. I've been using the Bobbi Brown lip color in Salmon, which I saw on Vanessa, the Bombshell Suite, and it looked great on her, and I'm like, I need that. So I've been using it, but I've only been using, like, I tap it in the middle, and that's it. That is it. It's a really pretty color, but I just have been using just a little bit of it. I haven't actually gone full lip with this quite yet. I just a little tap, because it does leave like a little bit of a nice peach kind of to your lips. And that's it for now. So if you have any questions, if you want me to try anything out, post it below. Next week, I think I'm going to go with the products that I bought from Chanel, just so that I can go over each of those products and let you know. I don't think that I have eyeshadow involved in that, so if there's any eyeshadow brand you'd like me to try with that, post that below. I have a lip color. I don't know what mascara you want me to use that week. I can try. So if you have any questions, feel free to post below. I'm sorry if I rambled. I feel like I'm really short on breath right now. Pregnancy is kicking my butt today. So, and this is my husband's shirt. I just thought I'd wear it today. It's a PBR shirt. It looks really good with the pregnant belly, I thought. It looks like a big beer gut. Awesome. So I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.